I wanted to go a bit deeper into the gold gen versus scaling AP seals, since in the more general video, all I said was that scaling AP seals were bad. So, I mean, first of all, I'm just going for the best scaling possible here, but you could also consider flat stats for early fights in lane more valuable, and there isn't really any like quantitative way to compare early game versus scaling. So, like, don't take this as me endorsing one or the other. Like, I'm not saying this is what's better or what you should do. All I'm saying is scaling is my personal preference because on Janna I can survive lane with scaling, and with Sona I can survive lane against Janna with scaling, but with a full scaling page like this, you have to be really patient early game and not get caught in extended fights. Like, I still forget how weak I am early sometimes and take bad fights. So, you definitely have to have the mentality of like, don't all in, we outscale, and only take small trades and be patient. But yeah, for the purposes of just deciding which seals to use, I'm gonna assume you want scaling, and all that matters is what scales best. Obviously, flat is legitimate too, but um, I'm just gonna assume we want as much scaling as possible. And for the gold gen quints, I think flat AP quints are really good, and this is just the balance I want with, early game versus scaling. So I like flat AP quints more. So yeah, now just comparing scaling AP seals to gold gen seals, I think a gold gen seal scales better. So, I mean, first of all, there are a few pros and cons to sort of balance each other out when it comes to having gold versus AP. So, the downside of having gold is that you have to actually spend it for it to do anything. So you only really get the benefit when you can chop. Whereas scaling AP, you get every time you level up without chopping. But the upside is that when you shop, pure AP might not be what you buy. Like, let's say you would rather put gold towards a forbidden idol and a sensor than pure AP. So, in that sense, having gold is better than having that much gold worth of AP. I don't think that's a huge deal for Janna though, because you do get a lot out of AP. So, I mean, hopefully those sort of balance each other out. But now here's why I think gold gen seals are better, and this actually took a decent amount of effort because it's hard to use math to compare runes that scale with levels to runes that scale with time. So to do this, I had to go through my matches using the API and average what level I was each minute to get a quantitative way to compare the scaling with levels to scaling with time. So this is the result. It's a graph of time versus gold value, and the line is the value of a gold gen seal, and the points are the values of a scaling AP seal. So as you can see, the scaling AP are actually a bit stronger up until about 10 minutes, which makes sense if you think about it, because you spend the first 10 minutes of the game in lane getting a lot of experience and leveling up fast, but after that, you're not leveling up as fast, so the gold gen starts working better because, like, as a support, everyone else on your team is running around clearing waves and picking up farm, but you aren't. So, like, supports are generally lower level than other champs, and what that means is gold gen is relatively better on supports compared to scaling. So I think this is proof that gold gen seals scale better than scaling AP seals. And again, I'm not saying I think they're definitely the best seals to take overall because maybe flat stats for early game are better. I don't know. Just that for Janna, gold gen seals are better than scaling AP.